Hey, it's Roland again. I'm like this close to unlocking all the secrets of the universe. Piggy's taking notes.
Piggy.
Well, he was.
Hey, Roland.
God?
No.
Okay.
You must go back inside, Roland, and cease this fruitless pondering.
Why?
Because it's frickin' 95 degrees out. You're gonna get dehydrated.
That is true.
Go back inside and play Rugrats in Paris, the game. It's important.
For PC, console, or handheld?
PC. I'm not a frickin' creep, dude.
I was just checking.
This is a really big toy plane.
Oh, we ain't playing DOS games no more. Rugrats in Paris, the movie, the game. Another in the illustrious Tunes Just for Kids 4-pack. I'll cover the other two just as soon as I can find anything of value to say about Cat Dog Quest for the Golden Hydrant. That'll be the day. Rugrats in Paris, the movie, is an absolute classic. I would say that to Spielberg's face, not Tarantino's. It may not be the best animated movie of all time, but it at least is probably the best animated movie from the year 2000. Never mind. It made a bit less money than the first Rugrats movie, but it was better received across the board, and little baby Roland f***ing loved it. I got a DVD of it for one of my early birthdays and would go to sleep with it on in the background for years. I'm not proud of this, but it did happen. Something about Rugrats, I guess, really captured my attention. Rugrats in Paris in particular, probably for its fast-paced and compelling set pieces, but also a nice wholesome story about grappling with personal fear and self-doubt to advocate for yourself and those you care about. You may think I'm giving it too much credit, and I am, but it's still a pretty good movie. This was my favorite movie as a kid, and it probably still is. Never mind. Funnily enough, though, I will have to disagree with critics. While I do like Rugrats in Paris better, I think the first Rugrats movie is the better-made movie. It just works a lot better as an expansion of the Rugrats formula. It balances the characters better, and the central story of Tommy's responsibility as a brother is just way more fleshed out than Chucky just being bummed that his mom is dead. I'm a mean person, aren't I? I read a good few reviews from the time the movies came out, and the best thing I found is that Roger Ebert ended his review saying that the Rugrats movie is the next step up the ladder of cinematic evolution from The Waterboy, and I think that's hilarious. I think the reason so many people like Rugrats in Paris over the Rugrats movie is just we overlook more since it's neat that they're in Paris now, and critics like Godfather references more than Indiana Jones. Film bros will be film bros. But, if nothing else, we can all agree, they're both better than Rugrats Go Wild. Stay tuned for more sick Rugrats discourse. But movies suck. Give me a Rugrats in Paris video game.
Usually you're a reptile amusement park, the Happily place, but not today. Robo-Snail got the princess trapped in a tower on the volcano.
Take it back. It's a sobering fact of life. A successful animated family movie from this time was sure to bring with it a video game adaptation. It still keeps me up at night. Unfortunately, this was probably the worst year for it. It released November 2000, right in the transition point between Generation 5 and Generation 6. Support and interest for the PS1 and N64 was starting to wane, but the PS2 was still brand new, so you had to work pretty hard to get it on there, and the GameCube wouldn't be out in North America for roughly another year. A lot of licensed games around this year just weren't trying very hard, because you either had to make a game for a console that'll be dead by the time of release, or learn a completely new console, or both, which is worse. So Rugrats in Paris on console was doomed from the start. Such a shame, but I bet the handheld version will be alright. Don't ask me. I can't figure out how this game works. I just play carnival games and Tommy gets killed by robots. I don't remember this from the movie. So for all I know, this could be a good game. I have no reason to believe it's not. But this ain't about those games. They're not my childhood. This little sauce packet is. Rugrats in Paris, the movie, the game on the personal computer. This game stole so many of my childhood hours, and I want them back. I play the game now. Oh.
This is gonna be our funnest adventure ever. He says yes. Yahoo!
What is a Rugrat? I absolutely love this rendition of the Rugrats theme. I think it's perfect, and I'm baffled it wasn't used in any other version of the game. Ooh, tchotchke is my favorite. I never understood why so many games let you view the credits from the main menu. No, I don't want to know why. What else do we got? High scores? Oh, I'll never be him. I guess we ought to play the game. We've lost all other signs of hope. Ooh, what should I name myself? Scrumptious. Jesus.
Bonjour, I am Cocola. Bonjour, CEO of Reptar. Bonjour.
I'm being fully sincere here. I would love to talk to the people who animated these old PC games. I wonder what trauma they have. So the plot of this version of Rugrats in Paris appears to be that the babies have flown to Paris by themselves and Miss LaBouche is no longer French.
Hold that face. I'll continue yelling at you in a moment.
She steals Chucky's bear because she needs more padding for her shoulders, and we're off on our quest to retrieve him. Oh, wait, get ready. I remember the loading screen music for this game is fantastic.
Come on, you guys! We got a teddy bear to save!
Damn it.
Look! There goes John Bug with Wawa! We gotta find him and get Wawa back! Come on!
Oh no, I'm a collective. So here's the gameplay. We wander around an empty theme park unsupervised, and that's fine. I just don't remember the Rugrats being a hive mind. Okay, it's best to just let him finish. This is interesting. I'm not experiencing the waves of positive memories I was expecting, yet I do still think it's solid so far. Maybe my expectations were low. I expect to be impressed with Rugrats Royal Ransom or Nicktoons Racing, but Rugrats in Paris on the PC, I'm just surprised they remembered to include Tommy. That said, this whole overworld situation does get a little gratuitous. There's just not much to do in it except get our steps in, and boy do we. Well, I stand corrected. We can click on balloons. So what's our objective? We gotta get Wawa, but these ninjas are blocking our way, so we gotta take an underground passageway, but to get to that, we have to get a key that's just sitting on the tracks of the Ooey Gooey World ride. Obviously.
Help get my car to the end of the ride. Click on the gooey mice to switch my car to different tracks.
Aye, aye, Captain. What'd I do wrong? I'm not gonna get you too excited, but this ride has a shower in it. Hell yeah. So it's pretty straightforward. Get Kimmy to the end, pick up dolls for extra points, drive through gum because variety is the spice of life. Yeah, this minigame is dull, but I do want to highlight something that this game does well. The babies do not shut up.
You're doing great! Good job! Who is that guy anyway? Gooey guy? That was super pandas! That was super pandas!
It sounds like a bad thing, and yeah, maybe they could have had more voice lines so that we don't have to hear the same things over and over again, but there's a fair bit of licensed games that just have minimal to no voice acting, and that's absolutely pathetic. I'm sorry, I know budgeting for a game like this is hard. It's a wonderful money-saving tactic to not have to pay the original voice actors, even more so to not pay voice imitators, but that makes your game instantly soulless. Not targeting anyone in particular. To further humble Rugrats in Paris, I will call to attention the fact that some babies sound like they're on walkie-talkies.
Oh, great. Just where I wanted to go.
Got the key, let's go underground.
Next stop, underground!
Damn it, what's this? A gameplay mechanic? Barely. We gotta pick up glow sticks to be able to see in the dark, but you're never in any danger of running out, they're everywhere. Good job, whoever developed this game. Oh, hey, it was developed by No Wonder, the same guys who did Shrek 2 for the PC and the early Harry Potter PC games. Small world, huh? You know, I'm noticing that I like something about their style of making games, I just don't know exactly what it is, or I'm afraid to commit.
Hey! Get your slimy baby hands off of that! Oh no! Angelica got her own TV show!
Haha. So I forget why Angelica is now on the TV. I mean, I say I forget, but I truly don't think they gave a reason. She just went in an elevator and then was there, but she's here to be another gameplay element. To progress further, we have to collect enough bonbons to fill a bonbon box and give it to her. That's dumb. It's literally just a cheap trick to elongate the game by making you wander around aimlessly. Even if you've done everything else to move on, if you don't have enough fucking bonbons, you just gotta backtrack? And how am I supposed to know if the bonbon box is full?
The bonbon box is full!
Oh. Well, one way we can get back at Angelica is if we can have Phil feed her actual shit.
Where are we supposed to get those? Extra spicy. Where'd you find this one?
Oh god, they let an infant loose on the merry-go-round. This is the minigame where you grab a thing and then go to the exit. And then you do it again. And then you do it again. And then you do it again.
Good hand-eye cooperation, deal.
Okay. Hey, look at that! We got a shovel. Whoa, whoa, oh, Kimmy, slow down! So the game from here is playing mini-games that are connected by a thinly veiled plot and overworld until the game tells you it's finished, which in itself isn't remarkable, but I think it's interesting that every Rugrats game is like this. At least the ones I've played. Except you. They're all just brief levels, games, activities, or whatever, with a kinda neat place to run around in between them, and they were all developed by separate people. Did they all just mutually agree that this is what Rugrats was in video game form? I mean, they were right, I just want to know if they had a secret club or something. You want to know if any of the video games are good? No, I'm not gonna tell. The next one is just Breakout. The next one is Donkey Kong. Did he die? Here's the kicker with all this. That was the last minigame. There's only 4 in the whole game. That's more than 3. That's just pathetic. Even if it was just an activity center, these are not very fleshed out games. They just try to hide it behind some flashy cutscenes in an overworld, neither of which are superb, so the package we're left with is just worse by all accounts. So I guess the verdict is that this game is lackluster. Oh well.
You're cheating.
I'm sorry. Okay, I've been playing all these games on easy mode, but can you blame me? I don't want to be one of those guys who plays Rugrats in Paris on hard mode. But it is worth noting that the games give you a bit more trouble on hard mode. It actually seems that they were meant to be played on that mode because there's actually an engaging sense of challenge. Go figure. That said, I do not play Rugrats in Paris to challenge myself, so take it or leave it. And technically, you do get an extra minigame if you've beaten everything in the form of a final boss against Jean-Claude in the giant Reptar suit. I'm gonna let you watch all of it. And you know what? I'm even gonna do it on hard mode. Just you watch.
Help Reptar defeat Robo Snail on the finals.
You'll have to do better than that. Leave it alone. Look out! Here he comes!
Game of the year? No. Game of the month? No. So Chucky gets Wawa back, Coco and Jean-Claude presumably drown, and they all lived happily ever after.
I know lots of ninjas with night-night. Me too.
I had fun, sue me! In spite of everything, I enjoyed digging up this old thing. I don't recommend it, but now you're burdened with knowing it exists. I win! This game is just another speckle on the hodgepodge that is my youth, and I just wanted more people to know about it. Will I play it again? Probably, but for the time being, I think the babies are doing just fine without me. Oh no, they're reaching peak velocity. They're gonna collapse! Oh no.